Welcome back. So now we're talking about the difference between the front end and the back end. All right. So overly, let's go back to this page. For everything that you can see here that has been designed here, just like I think I showed us the site initially, clicking into it. I mean, at the end of your career, when you learn properly as a front end web developer, you should be able to design, pages like this one I showed us earlier, and see how beautiful it is. This is what you should be able to do when you're done as a front end web developer. All right, but the question is, there are some things behind every site that makes them really work. For instance, now, when you type something here, have you wondered that, okay, I mean, what magic happens? For instance, we typed on Google. I typed on something. If you search anything, if you search your name, for instance, it will bring you things. So have you wondered that, okay, how does that happen? What do they do? What magic? How does the browser know? How does the browser know what you're looking for? Let me search my name, for instance. How does the browser know that, okay, this is what I am looking for? How does the browser know? That is the work of backend. Can you see? This will always bring you information. So what makes that search bar work? Yeah, this is different part of me here. Yeah, you can see. So you do the same thing, you search your name to bring out things relating to you. So you as a front end web developer, your own is to build, to build the search bar. But then what makes it really work is the back, that's where backend comes in place. You can do so many things that they're just quite a number of things. But let's go back to the slide. So in the web development careers, let me use that word. In the web development career, you are either a front end developer or a back end developer. And this course is, of course, focused on front end web developers. So back end developers they are the ones that do things that you don't see the physical effect of what they do. You can't see the code. I mean, the server creation and all of that. That is the work of back end developers. So front end yours is to define the design. Sorry, this design the interface, the user interface where people will see. I mean, when you go to every site, you can see everything, but there are some back end, functionalities that you can never just see. You can never see, but they are there. You can see the work, but you can never see any. You can't see the person that did it. Neither can you see the code. Now that is just what the back end work is all about. So this illustration here is a very popular one. You go into a restaurant. When you go to a restaurant, this person here is the one that brings food. There's probably somebody at the should I say the cashier, or where you make order, you go. Probably somebody comes to meet you, you make your order. I mean, it goes, it takes your request, your order, it takes it somewhere that you don't know and you don't even care to know. It doesn't concern you. Yours is what you just want to get there. You make your order. This person here goes to what looks like the back end here, and then after some minutes it comes back, it gives you what you want. That's all you're concerned about. You pay and you get yourself out of the place. But then have you wondered, is he really the one that made the food? He's obviously not the one that made the food. There are some other persons. They are even the main brain. I mean, without these people here, this guy here is actually useless. Because if you come here and you ask him, you call the waiter or the person in the front desk and say, please give me a bowl of salad, and then the person is just looking at you like, okay, there's no salad. You're going to be like, okay, what is the point of having a restaurant when you can't get me what I want? So the back end people are the chefs, they're the ones that does the cooking. You might never see them at all. You might never see the smell, you might never perceive the smell of this fry pan. You might not see the gas, all of these things. You will not see the smoke, the flames and all of that. But then it is what they do that makes this guy's service reasonable. Without this back end, this person's job here might just be meaningless. So I think that's the perfect illustration. The back-end developers are the ones that write things that makes the front end work. Like we did initially on the front end, this front end interface was designed by a front end developer, just like you and I. So a regular user comes and makes a request. Now this request is sent to the server on the back end. The server says, hang on, checks the database, and then it picks from the database. And then if it finds something, what does it do next? It sends this back. We talked about this before. the server now sends this as a response to the HTTP request. Every of those things was cooked up, were cooked up and made to work by back-end developers. So he sends this back, and of course, I've showed us how that the browser is the one that makes this code meaningful to the user, to the front end user, because you don't want to imagine that if imagine you okay, imagine you go to your browser one day and you search, give me information, latest news on Michael Jackson, give me latest news on um, Donald Trump, and then the the response you get is this one over here. You're gonna look like, okay, what is wrong? Am I sure that my PC has not been hacked or something is wrong, or maybe a virus has has come into it? You'll be very scared. So that is why the browser would, have to interpret everything. The browser understands the HTML language, the browser understands CSS, it understands JavaScript, it understands React, it understands Node, it understands every of those things. So the back end is something that some people spend their time learning, just like you want to spend your time learning front end. Some people spend their time learning. There are different other languages that you need to learn to be a back end developer. And you should understand that there are some people that we call full stack developers. A full stack developer is someone that can work on the front end and as well as the back end. So it can, it does front end web development as well as back end web development, which is also good. It makes you more valuable in the market. I mean, it makes you highly valuable. But even if that's your wish, I will advise that you still start from somewhere, spend your time, learn and master front end development. Maybe after a while, 1 or 2 years or 3 years of practice, you can now start taking courses in back end. And maybe in the next future, you learn from the full stack development. So, next video we'll be talking more about the differences between these three. Of course, in this course, we are dealing with HTML majorly, but in this video now, we're talking about the three of them. See you in the next video.